So the question that we should be asking ourselves is to determine what is going on in our current environment, as well as Wayne Gretzky says, the great one, where the puck is going to be, and then skate to that location ahead of everybody else. So in watching Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin, his interview yesterday, I came across something that is of value. Anybody in the financial world knows that the US dollar is in decline. Why? Aside from the fact that we're printing up massive amounts of it and that our national debt has reached what I consider to be absolutely catastrophic levels, where the amount that we are spending on interest will soon surpass what we spend in military spending. That's just out the door. But the real challenge is that other countries around the world and big financial institutions are losing faith in that. Why? It's what Vladimir Putin spelled out in his interview yesterday, that at the outset of the war, wrongly or rightly, morally speaking, the US decided to weaponize Russia's foreign reserves of US dollars and literally, like a gangster, just take them away. This, of course, puts the faith in the US dollar and the fairness of it, and the fact that you could be on the wrong side of the US in thought, in action, and they could threaten or just merely take away your US reserves. So what Putin said is that right now people are looking for an alternative, and you're starting to see oil transactions conducted in the Chinese yuan. I personally don't think that this is the direction that we are going to continue to go. Why? Because people trust the Chinese even less than the corrupt US government that tries to put the leading political opponent in jail, that weaponizes foreign reserves if they don't like your actions. The same way that they try to come down on freedom of speech. Regardless, I'm not a big fan of this administration. The point here is, where's the puck going? Nobody trusts the Chinese. The Chinese economy is imploding. They have a massive real estate bubble that is unwinding at an even more rapid rate. The Chinese are going to have to print money into the system to keep it afloat. So the question is, where is the Schelling point? What is the Schelling point, you might ask? Well, a Schelling point is an absence of communication where two independent parties will end up. So for example, if I offered you $10,000 to meet a stranger who got the same prize anywhere in the Los Angeles area, and there was no communication between the two of you, where would you go? I asked a number of friends this question. The most common answer was LAX. I personally said the Santa Monica Pier, but LAX seemed to be the winner. So if you want to go somewhere where you're most likely to meet your counterparty, that would be it. Now, in terms of the Schelling point, it doesn't take much communication and planning for two people to arrive at the same destination in terms of Bitcoin, because nobody trusts the Chinese yuan and people are losing trust in the US dollar. So here you have a decentralized currency that is protected by a wall of electricity that, unlike gold, can be moved at lightning speeds very, very cheaply, that is impenetrable, the ledger, because of the wall of electricity protecting it, and uncorruptible, of which there is a fixed and limited supply of 21 million. I predict that you are going to see is that transactions for oil will begin to be conducted in Bitcoin, and very, very rapidly, people will notice and they will start pouring in and buying up Bitcoin at a very, very rapid rate. And with the ETFs that just came out on the market that are already gobbling up some of the Bitcoin that is on exchanges, you are going to see a price spike, maybe 100% in a couple of days, if this were to happen. And regardless, this is not financial advice at all. Don't necessarily follow me financially, but if I'm looking at it and trying to predict where the puck is going to go, that is my basis and my argument. So please leave me a comment below with your thoughts, your predictions, whether or not there's something missing in my logic, and Perhaps if you think that I'm right, leave a thumb up, subscribe, and have a fantastic day. Very interesting stuff going on in the world currently. Try to predict what's going to happen and where we will be in the future. Hope this helped. Peace.